Y'all thought I was done talking about mental health? Nah, this is about to become a series because this needs to be talked about. Doesn't get talked about enough, in my personal opinion. We're gonna get into it. Cue the intro. Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. And I'm gonna cut right to the chase, man. On this week's edition of mental health. I think this is mental health number 9, which is insane to me. That something that literally was just an ideal I had one day to discuss, the mental health that we go through, on a regular basis, especially as business owners, will actually turn into a series to where it's like we're on episode 9. And I appreciate all those who have supported and listened to all of them, man. I really do appreciate it. That's kind of based what a lot of this episode is going to be based on. But before I get to that, that is something I would like to actually make clear in a lot of these podcasts. I'm not able to edit that out, and I do apologize because I know majority of the time on these podcasts I'm sniffling, and it's literally because out here this spring, now into the summer, it has been dry. It has been dry. We've had no rain, and these properties are dusty. So when I go out here and I'm cutting and I'm blowing out the driveways and patios and whatnot, I'm blowing up so much doggone dust. And I record these podcasts in my truck. So you can do the math on that, on what's going on there. It's just so much between all the dust that I'm breathing in here. But either which way, how you doing? How you feeling this week? How you feeling today? We take this day by day. We don't jump to weeks. Day by day. How are you feeling? How are you doing? And how's your mental today, this moment in time as you listen to this podcast? But today's podcast is literally going to be about your support system, man. Finding a great support system, having a great support system, keeping positive people around you. And as you hear, I get real passionate about this subject because one thing I've made very clear as an adult, because I've been around a lot of negative people, a lot of people that bring nothing but drama. As I've gotten older, and I am 35 to provide context real time as of 2024, I am 35 years old. But as I've gotten older, one thing that I don't like around me is people that are full of drama. Can't stand it. You can go somewhere else because I don't have any space, any room, any time to even entertain drama. So I say all that to say all the people around me are positive people. All the people in my life and all the people I'm in the life of, I would like to say we uplift each other, man. We do positivity. We keep it 100 with each other. Ain't no sugarcoating anything when it comes to the company that I keep around me. But we are positive. If it's something negative that we should not be doing, or anything of that, anything like that. And we can be blunt with each other. That's the kind of company I like to keep. So a lot of times, part of your mental health, part of what can stress you out, is just having those negative people around you that don't support anything you do. I know, just speaking for me personally, it is a tough slope to be on when you feel like people aren't supporting what you do, which is why it is important for me to always try to support what everyone around me is doing. It is super important for me. But I do recommend that you always make sure that you keep those negative people, you keep them at a distance. You keep the positive people in your life. And at the same time, you be the person that's uplifting other people as well. Like, it should not be one-sided where the person's only, uplifting you. You should be uplifting them as well. And this isn't just your friends and family. Hey, I'll give you an example, man. There's a couple people I use, like Tony's mobile tire service, for example. Yeah, shout out to him. I use his services for the box truck tires, so to change the tires. So whenever I see he has a post online knowing that he's a small business owner, I have no problem sharing it. It's like I do this podcast. It means the world to me when I have family and friends that listen to this, give me some feedback, and I have family and friends that share this. But let's just be real. If all of our family and friends supported all of our social media things, we'd have quite a bit of a following. Most of us will. But that's a whole other subject there. So basically, I say all that to say, it doesn't just have to be your family and friends. It could be some of your peers. You know what I mean? It could be some that are deemed competition that support you and you support them. That's like me. I'm going to try not to get on a rant when I say this next part, because I get real passionate about this, man. I get real passionate about this. I don't have any competition out here. That's why when I see another lawn company, I wave. I speak to them. I ask how they're doing, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? I have a full-blown conversation with them. You know why? Because I have no competition out here except myself. I'm competing against myself each and every day that I get up. I'm competing against myself to see if I can get up earlier, this morning than I did yesterday morning. To see if I could put a stripe, aka pattern, for those who don't know what a stripe is. But to see if I can do a stripe that's way better than the one I did last week. To see if I could, be more efficient than I was last week. To see if I could, grow as a person, better than I did yesterday. Whether that's as a husband, whether that's as a father, as a son or a brother, or any of the other titles that I have in my life. Every day you should be striving to do better than you did the day before. And to be honest with you, because I live that way and I don't look at anyone as competition, that helps me with stress. That helps me with my mental when it comes to my everyday. Competing against myself. is honestly more challenging than competing against someone else. But for me, in my case, it helps me to be just like that. And then when you combine that with a great support system of positive people, that's a great mix. And then on top of everything else, if you're a believer and you believe in God, that's number one. That's the key. Because God will provide these positive people in your life. And sometimes He will help you get rid of these negative people, because a lot of us don't know how to get rid of the negative people that are full of drama. But with prayer, a lot of times these people, they find a way to leave your life without you even having to really do anything. So I say all this to say once again, man, have a great support system. My case, I've been blessed to be at the age where I have positive people around me. I have a real supportive wife, real supportive kids, just a real supportive family, and real supportive inner circle. My circle gets smaller as I get older. My inner circle. My outer circle, where I just know a lot of people, to be completely honest with you, that circle gets bigger as I get older. That's because as I get older, I'm doing a better job of speaking to people. Just randomly speaking to people. Even though I consider myself an introvert, that is one thing I've always wanted to work on. Was, I'm not going to say be a complete extrovert, but not staying in a shell and being the quiet, shy guy. Actually speaking to people, random people, is something that I've been good at for the last few years. And every time I'm out somewhere, if my daughter's there, she always goes like, oh, you knew that person? You know them? No, I don't know them. I just spoke to them. It's at the point now where she's like, where she doesn't even ask me that. She just kind of expects me to be that way. And that's something I know that the kids are always watching how I'm interacting with people. So that is key to me, to show that. And also show that you can have a conversation with somebody without putting all your business out there on Front Street. That is real key right there. Just having a conversation without putting out too much information. But I'm going to ask you one more time, man. How you doing? How you feeling? How's your mental? And I'm going to say the same thing as I check out of here, because I'm not going to be here very long this week. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet going into the weekend. Well, I guess starting off this Saturday, rather. But make sure you check on your people, man. Check on your people. Gots to always check on your people, man. Gots to check on your people. I said that 4 times this week because it is important. You never know what somebody going through, man. Yeah, you might have hit them up last week and they were good. Hit them up again today, man. Make sure they're good. Make sure everybody's doing all right. Do a brother check-in. Do a sister check-in. Now, if you've been following my podcast, you know that's big with me. I'm about to hit up one of the people, one of my brothers from another mother, later today, and straight up say, tell them straight up, brother check-in, how you doing? That's what we do. At this point, there's no surprise to that. We know we haven't heard from each other for a while. That's exactly what we do. We pick up the phone and say, brother check-in, how you doing? Just like that. Make sure one another is doing well. Make sure one another is in the right mental frame. Another thing to be good at, man, is listening. Don't react, listen. This is something I've been getting better at over the years. Like if my wife or kids have anything they want to talk about, I do my best to just sit there and listen and let them talk. And then, when they ask for me to say something or what I think about something, that's when I talk. That's how I've been trying to do it. Am I perfect at that and I always do it that way? No. I'm being 100%. I'm going to give y'all the real deal Holyfield out this joint, man. I can be flawed just like any other man out there. But one thing I will always tell you is I try my best, my dead level best, to do this well. But that's all I got for this week, man, on mental health. Once again, ninth installment, ninth episode I'm doing on this. I did not think it would go this long, but you know what? It needs to be talked about, and I know I'm not going to get enough listens on this because people don't want to hear about this type of stuff. It needs to be talked about. So please, if you listen to this, podcast, please share the show. Please give us a review on Apple or Spotify. 5-star review would be great because I'm not on here for a financial gain. I'm on here to help someone out. Even if I'm helping 1 or 2 people out, I'm happy because that's my goal, to help people out. There are struggles we all go through that we do not discuss. And I'm here to bring them to light if I can. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Enjoy your weekend. Be blessed. Peace. Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude Unearthed, where we dive into deep topics, discussing not only the highlight reels, but we talk about the lowlight reels, the struggles, the successes. Anything we want to talk about for today, we will cover on this podcast. Once again, I appreciate you for listening to this. If you can, please give us a 5-star review. We are currently on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and still working on a few more. Thanks again for listening to us. Y'all be blessed. Peace.